Thank you. Appreciate it.
The sense of relief at all that decision's finally been made and it's out there and you can kind of move on and focus on getting ready for the regular season?
Yeah, I think now we're going to treat this real game week, like in-season type, so just practice schedule-wise with the carded periods and stuff. So, yeah, it'll be nice to get 1 week under our belts till it's the real thing, and, until we get rolling.
Baker, it's not a huge surprise, but can you just take us through when you were told, how you were told, and sort of, what that conversation was like?
Yeah, Coach Bowles came up to me this morning. He had told me that he had talked to Kyle already. Just informed me that we're going to roll with me, and, yeah, just continue making smart decisions and go from there. So now just got to, lead like I know how, and the real thing's right around the corner. So it's an exciting time.
This had to be like you've been a starter everywhere you've been, right? I mean, going back to walking on at Texas Tech and all of that, but to win something, they didn't just give it to you. You had to earn it. Is there an accomplished feeling that, had to go out here and win this?
Yeah, I mean, the ultimate goal is always to be playing. So, yeah, it's one of those things that when you look at, the big picture, it's one of those things you have to check off the box. So, but now's the time to really ramp it up and go from here and start winning ball games that count.
Prior to today, in your mind, did you feel you had done enough to warrant winning that job?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this. I mean, our QB room has been playing extremely well this camp. Between John and Kyle, also just everybody pushing each other. So I can't say enough about those guys in that room that we have as a whole. The chemistry's great, but I feel like I was comfortable enough within the system, commanded the offense, and able to get guys in the right spots. And it's not saying anything against anybody else, but I just feel like I'm in good command of the offense right now.
You told us you thrive under competition, and you just spoke about Kyle and John. Just how were those guys able to push you to be your best?
I think just offering different perspectives. Kyle's game is much different than mine. He can stand tall in the pocket, deliver it whenever he wants. And John, just his mental aspect of the game, he can eliminate so quickly and play so fast. So just trying to take certain things from those guys, it's just always great to have just new tools that you can add on to and learn from.
How much do you think that first preseason game going out, not only getting a touchdown, but having no turnovers helped to reinforce where you were in this competition?
Yeah, I think during training camp, you can look at turnovers. Obviously, taking care of the ball is the main thing, but it's practice for a reason. Trying to get timing down with receivers, trying to test certain things out, see what 50-50 balls, what guys are going to make plays. And so when it comes down to the game, it's time to take care of the football and be the quarterback you're meant to be. So I don't know. I haven't gotten the details, nor do I really care. Just going to roll with it now and go win games.
Baker, talk about playing football, the game you love, in your style, and just playing here in Tampa.
Yeah, I mean, this is a game I always dreamt of playing. Wanted to play it since I was little. And, just to being able to be on a platform now with a great franchise and to earn the job, it's an unbelievable feeling. You never want to take those for granted. I'm one of 32 guys that can say they're a starting quarterback in the NFL. So it's a special honor, living out a dream, but now's not the time to be satisfied. So, I think all of our guys are ready to push through this regular season and see where we go.
Baker, how far along has this offense grown? Where are you guys at now with less than a month to the regular season?
I think the growth has been tremendous. When it comes to the run game, I mean, you guys saw some of the screens and stuff we accomplished last week. Just guys are really understanding the objective when we call certain plays. What's the scheme we're trying to get accomplished, and they're executing it. So the improvement's been unreal. And so now it's just time to go out and execute and play fast. So we've learned the system. Now it's time to adjust on the fly based on coverages or defenses and just play fast.
Does this show a lot that we haven't seen, fans haven't seen of this offense? Todd had mentioned maybe that Dave has been holding back a little bit of what really we're going to see in the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough when we're in training camp and probably the hottest camp in the country. Our receivers are always rotating in and out, so there's certain things that we'll have dialed up for Mike and Chris, and certain schemes that we'll have that, we've been holding back. We've talked about it, but we're not going to show that until we really need it. And that's the good part, though, is you do the simple and little things right, then you get to add in the fun stuff on top of that. So I think what we've done is great at the pace we've done it, the way Dave set it up to get everybody on the same page executing, and then you add in the wrinkles from there.
Baker, for the wide receivers, Mike and Chris are well established. We know what they bring to the table, but there's a huge opportunity for a lot of these guys with the unfortunate injury to Russell Gage, so everyone else has to step up. What have you seen from the
the receivers lobbying for that third wide receiver spot, especially guys like Trey Palmer that
Yeah.
seems to always be making a big play.
Yeah, obviously unfortunate. You never want to lose a guy. But that's, when you thrust somebody into the spotlight, you see what they're made of. And so you see our younger guys that are fighting for that spot, as you mentioned. Raheem Jarrett, Trey Palmer. Devin Tompkins has been making plays left and right. David Moore. I'm going to forget a few, but those guys are playing really well, and they're playing confident now. And so, and even KG, like he's able to come in and make a lot of plays for us when he's playing fast. So it's going to add a different dynamic to our offense that we're able to throw a young guy in there and not lose a step. Yeah, obviously Mike and Chris are who they are, but we expect those guys to go in and have success as well.
I know it's just the beginning for you, that the season hasn't even started, but considering the journey that you were on this past year, to be able to get to this point and being named a starter, is there a little more satisfaction? Is it a little bit sweeter because of that?
No, I expect to be the starter. I know how talented I am. I know what type of leader I am. Now it's time for the real thing. So we're about to have the real games, and everybody's excited here.
You've seen a lot of teams around the NFL just not play their starters this year during the preseason. You just got the limited time in game one. You're going to get a half this week. Is that enough to get teams ready and on into the rotation that you're kind of normally playing at a high level for game speed?
Yeah, it's about how many reps you're getting in practice, how you're taking advantage of it, the extra conditioning on top of that if you need it. Yeah, it's the constant conversation, whether you play those guys or not. But if you're playing a lot, you're getting good experience. If you're not in, you just have to take advantage of the mental reps and talking through and over-communicating like we have been doing. So I love our play and how we've done it, and so I think we'll be ready to roll when week one comes around.
Do you share any encouraging words with Kyle Trask after finding out the news?
Not specifically, no, but those guys know how my standing on the QB room, how important it is for us to get along. I learned a quote from Ben McAdoo. It was no cannibalism. So we need everybody in there to be a part of it, and we're pushing for the same goal, to win games. And I've been in that spot that Kyle's in firsthand last year. So it's all about support. You never know when your chance is going to come, but you just have to stay ready and be the same guy for your guys every day.
Do you feel a need to say anything or just kind of let it play out?
We'll talk, but I don't think there needs to be a rah-rah speech. It's just some things are understood. We're pros, so we're going to move forward and handle business.
Baker, this is not maybe the time to bring it up, but I'm going to, so I don't want to talk to you. But there's been some action, legal action on your behalf, trying to find out where $12 million went in a firm that your dad and your brother work for. Is that at all a distraction or a family dynamic there? Can you speak to any of that?
I'll say this. It's been a long time coming for that. I'm not going to comment on any details, but I've been dealing with that stuff for years now. So mentally, I'm in a much better headspace. So, we're ready to roll. Thanks, guys. Yep.